So since we're talking about markers, this is a good time to start talking about operant conditioning. Okay, there's 4 quadrants of operant conditioning, and there's positive, negative, and then it's reinforcement and punishment. Now, the click and the positive marker of yes is positive reinforcement. Now, a lot of people feel when they hear positive and negative, they think positive means something good, negative means something bad. But remember, this is science. Positive means addition, negative means subtraction. So positive reinforcement means we're adding something. Now, reinforcement means we are creating behavior. Punishment says we are stopping behavior. So positive reinforcement literally means we are adding something to the equation to create a behavior and make it more likely to happen again. Negative reinforcement means we're removing something to reinforce that behavior, to create that behavior, to make it more likely to happen again. Positive punishment means we are adding something to stop a behavior. Negative punishment, we are removing something to stop a behavior. So let me demonstrate positive reinforcement. Assis, couché, debout, assis, couché, debout, assis, couché, assis, no, assis, couché, debout. Now what you've seen there, besides the one no, every time he did what was expected, he received a reward. That means that I added a treat to the equation to reinforce the idea of obeying me and doing that obedience position. Now I will incorporate the nuh-uh marker, which is the negative punishment, which means I'm going to remove the treat away from him as a form of punishment for disobeying, which is what you seen a second ago. Assis, couché, debout, couché, assis, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. So I said nuh-uh and walked away because I wanted him to do one behavior and he did the other behavior. As I walked away, he broke. I said nuh-uh again and he got back up there. So now we'll continue training and he'll be more likely to listen because I hurt his feelings a little bit. He wanted that treat and he goes, man, I messed up that time. I'll try better next time. Debout, couché, assis, nuh-uh. Noticed if I probably would have waited a split second longer, he would have sat. Assis, couché, assis. Good, good. Couché, debout, assis, couché, assis. Now notice in this first section here, he fully understands markers. He has went through the luring phase and the engagement phase that you see in the other videos, but we're still working positive reinforcement and negative punishment with zero force. So he's proofing all this without any type of physical correction, any type of discipline. Assis, Felix, place. Assis, couché, assis, nuh-uh. I dropped a treat there and he went for it instead of paying attention to me. Assis, debout, find, assis, couché, debout, assis, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, assis, couché. Oh, he's still chewing. There we go. Debout, assis, couché. So this is the point that we're going to start using on and off pressure, such as prong collars or e-collars, to start proofing, because he's now demonstrating that he fully understands what is expected, what the commands are. He's just being easily distracted and a little bit disobedient. So now we're going to start incorporating the e-collar and start working the other quadrants of operant conditioning, which is going to be negative reinforcement and positive punishment. Later on in training, we're going to start working on the pre-MAC principle. Okay, so right now he is solely working in food drive or hunger drive. When we start working him into prey drive, such as tugs, rags that you see with Sophie and the other dogs, then we can start incorporating the pre-MAC principle. The pre-MAC principle means you're going to do the less desirable action to receive the more high reward, which is going to be the game of tug. Now, the game of tug is a lot more exciting than just receiving treats, because yes, this is satisfying his hunger drive, but it's not really doing anything to trigger that instinctual prey drive and that high motivation that we're going to see in a lot of higher working dogs. So the pre-MAC principle would be saying, sit. The dog sits, bam, we have a really hard game of tug. We tell him down, he downs. We release him into a good hard game of tug. So then you'll start noticing they'll start sitting and downing a lot faster and with a lot more attention, a lot more focus, because they know that that prey is going to pop out and start working on them a little bit harder. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to later on with the pre-MAC principle.